Rancesca Grosso is an Ontario health policy expert. She joins me right now because I want to know why our governments are insisting on having a lockdown when the WHO said in October lockdowns should not be used, and our government is insisting on it. Rancesca, do lockdowns work? Do you agree with public health agencies?
I'm certainly not a public health expert, so on the science I've got to be a little bit quiet here. But I will say this, they are killing more people all over the world. There are suicides, there are delayed surgeries, etc. I know someone who can't get cancer surgery.
Suicide, violence.
So, it's the big debate. My concern...
Why is it a debate? Because most countries are saying it doesn't work. They say, wash your hands, mask, and no big groups,
right.
But not this lockdown for mom and pop corner stores.
Well, I think that lockdowns have worked in some countries, but don't forget that's because they had other efforts that they were doing as well. So on the way to do this show right now, well, martial law, that's exactly right. On the way to do this show, I see people outside talking, laughing, close, no mask. Who's patrolling that? Who's patrolling the kids who are coming out of schools, ripping their masks off, and all getting together in the schoolyard? These are the kinds of efforts that I think we really need to worry about, and I don't understand, to be honest.
Instead of a lockdown.
Well, instead of a lockdown on some things, like I truly do not understand, for the love of me, why we are shutting down small retailers where you could ask them to wear masks, etc., and yet, like I said, kids are congregating outside. So I think it's the inconsistency that is a problem. I think on some things, yes, they have to be locked down. I don't think bars are a very safe place.
Well,
I don't think restaurants are a very safe place. I don't think weddings should be allowed with lots of people indoors. But I do not understand why we're shutting down our small businesses when those are folks that actually do pretty well.
And they usually have one door, and they only have 2 or 3 or 4 people in there at the maximum at any time, so they can control it.
As opposed to Walmart that I was in the other day, and oh my God, I couldn't get over the number of people in there. They don't even have the staff that would be able to ascertain if people are wearing masks or not. You could take your mask off and walk around, and most people wouldn't even notice.
So not only more lives could be lost by the lockdown, but certainly the attendant things like our economy, like education, like socialization, we are all suffering because of this government policy, which many people say is the wrong one.
I agree. I think that they have to revisit it. I think lockdown on certain things, but I think some things have to remain open. And I think we are killing a lot more people with some of this nonsense.
And so do a lot of public health and doctors and experts on it. Rancesca, thank you very much. I just want to say, politicians, it's not wrong to admit that you were wrong, and you can change your mind. 3 minutes. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I hope you subscribe through YouTube and check the description below for Patreon to keep us on the air.